We're here with JUMAANE Williams. JUMAANE, tell me your outlook on the city of New York in the next 4 years, because obviously we're going to have a new mayor.
I have a lot of belief in the city. So I think it's up to our leaders not to let them down, not to feed some of the fear that I've heard as we're trying to get out of this pandemic right now, but really put forth a recovery that's based in equity and justice. And the key thing is everybody keeps saying we want to get back to normal, but we can't go back to normal. So normal didn't work for a lot of people. We lost a lot of lives last year, and that was because we were at normal. And so I think the one thing we could do to honor those folks is now get back to normal, get back to better than normal, put in place structures that weren't in place that caused a lot of people to lose their lives. And so it's really important that we come forth with a new normal if we really want to try to get to a better place.
Obviously I got to ask you a question. Your thoughts on the situation that Mr. Cuomo is going through? Is it time for him to go, or?
I mean, it's past time. It's been past time. There was a few of us that for years have been trying to point out who this person really is and how detrimental he actually is to the state of New York. And during this last pandemic, although it appeared he was providing some good leadership, he had a good persona, he really wasn't. And that's one of the reasons we lost so many lives. It's one of the reasons we became the epicenter of the epicenter. And now, of course, we see all of the things going around with the horrific report that was put out. But that's who he's always been. And unfortunately, not only there were enablers, there were people who came to this defense time and time again. And we're hoping that we can break down that kind of structure that was based in fear, that people felt they had to do that, even in the face of bullying, even in the face of leadership that wasn't based on what was best for the city and the state. Hopefully we can turn a corner.
I got to ask you this question. There's a cloud blooming in the city of New York for the next 4 years, and that's that congestion tax that they're trying to impose on the city drivers. Are you in favor of it, or are you against it, or what do you think should be done?
I actually am in favor of it. I've been in favor for a very long time. It should have been implemented a long time ago. I'm a driver. My family are drivers. Our city has been designed around cars while we keep asking people to create a different city. And if we're going to do that, if we're going to say we push mass transit, if we're going to push people to ride bicycles, by the way, a lot of black and brown folks ride bikes in the city of New York. We have this kind of monolithic view of who it is that rides a bike. But if we're going to do that, then we're going to have to change some of the infrastructure here. Coming into the center of Manhattan, you don't always have to drive. And that is a luxury, that is a privilege to come into the center of Manhattan daily. We understand there are some people that may need to have a little assistance with that. But by and large, if you're going to come into the center of Manhattan at a time we don't necessarily have to, I don't see a reason why we can't have congestion.
A lot of people are saying that with that price, you're killing the minority, the cab drivers, especially the yellow cab drivers. Why enforce? Why have?
I actually don't think it should apply to the cab drivers. So that's the plan I support wouldn't apply to the cab drivers.
Well, listen. Good luck. Thank you for the time and courtesy. Good luck, brother. Be safe, man.
Have a nice day.